So we're back. It's harvest time where we planted beans with the Horsch Avatar drill. I'm in the 10-inch spacing right now. Over there is the 20-inch block, and there's actually another 10-inch block in another corner of this field. And then the rest is 30-inch with our regular planter, and we can compare all that. I've about got the 10s done. They cut really nice, nice and smooth through here. Up ahead, I don't know if you can see, they kind of changed color a little bit. That's a little wetter ground where we're very dry this year. I have noticed the 10s, where they did have access to more water, they seem more likely, which is not surprising, to lodge, fall over a little bit. It's not bad. They're not on the ground. I'm getting them all picked up and everything. But they tend to do it more so than the 20s, and the 30s don't really do it at all. It's not bad. In a wet year, I can see it being bad. You see, you got a few. They're kind of halfway leaning over. They're not flat on the ground or anything. But I did raise the population as I narrowed the rows. Now that I'm out here, there's plenty of plants out here. I think I could have stayed at the 100,000 per acre on both the 10s and 20s that we plant our 30-inch at. This should be roughly 120,000 here in the 10-inch. So it's not a whole lot more, but I think we could stick to 100,000 if we tried something like this again. Yield to be determined at the end of this video when I finish everything up. So far, not seeing any like giant gains over drilling them in narrow rows over 30-inch. Weed control, everything got treated the same. Didn't have like less weeds in the narrow as in the 30s. We had really good weed control overall this year in all our fields, but I'm going to keep rolling on this, and we will see what the results come out to in the end. I'll show you what the 20s look like as well. In the 20-inch block now, also cutting quite nicely, moving right along. There is some lodging in those better soil types. Like I said, not quite as much as the 10s, but it's not bad either way. So you can pause the video or whatever, leave a comment. Which block do you think is going to yield better? The 10-inch, the 20-inch, or the 30-inch spacing? I'm not done yet. I think I kind of already know what the results of this are going to be, but leave me a guess. Go to the end of the video, and we'll see what we come up with. I'm not going to get this done today for sure. I'm out of room. We had a breakdown at our soybean bin sites, and trucks are full. We got the old cab over out, filled it, grain cart's full. Dad took that one truck over there to town, so that one is empty, but when I fill that one, I may be done. The millwrights are over there fixing our dump belt as we speak, or hopefully they are. I've been having trouble keeping the splice spliced on the belt, so we'll see how that goes, but I may be done for the day here shortly, or we can run off and do some, well, no, we can't run off and do corn because I need empty trucks. So still got one bean bin to fill and would like to do that, and hopefully we get a better price later on than we can right now during harvest. But gonna keep going on these 20s. I probably have enough truck to finish this block and be done with the 20-inch block and the 10-inch block. Still got the adjacent 30-inch to do, and I have that kind of extra 10-inch block way back in the corner. We'll see how it does. But the initial 20 and 10-inch blocks are about to be finished. So right after I took that little clip, I got a text on my phone that the bean site is up and running again. So we're good to dump. We're going to keep going. So we're going to have a lot more beans done today. That'll be nice. Maybe not quite finish up bean harvest. This is the last field. It's October 4th, already in the last bean field. It's been very dry, really no weather delays. Haven't had any major breakdowns other than that, and that just happened yesterday. So yeah, we are flying along with harvest way ahead of last year, and last year's harvest was fast because it was so dry. So we'll see. I don't know if we'll quite get this whole field done tonight, but we can screw around tomorrow on Sunday and maybe clean it up, go off and start taking all the corn out. Working in the 30-inch section now. It's going well. Got nice, yielding pretty good. We'll see how it compares to the other two before too long. And I'll take off that other 10-inch section. Unload on the go here. down to under our last 100 acres of beans for the season. So we may yet get that done tonight now that we can dump again. So even if the bin gets full, we might be able to hold what's left on the trucks, on the stuff that's going to have to go to town anyway. But keep plugging away on this trial. I will let you know how it goes. I will make an argument that just the way the field lays and as dry as it got, maybe the 30-inch section ran a little shorter on water than the other two, just from where it sits in the field. Doing field scale trials, it's kind of hard to avoid that kind of thing. But there's some good spots, like this is a pretty good spot here. There's a good spot ahead of me up there where there's more water, so we get closer to the waterway that runs through this field. But we'll get these 30s knocked out. We finish the field tonight. If not, maybe tomorrow afternoon, and we will assess the yield numbers and see what we got. These are some nice 30-inch beans here, so kind of slowing down my ground speed, grinding through them. This little area holds water better, so get through here. That'll help bring the yield up. So now we're in the like 87, 80, 81, grinding through here, 85. So that's going to help. 92. So how did we turn out for yield? Am I going to buy a Horsch Avatar with our bushel gain on drilling the beans versus planting on 30-inch? Well, based on this data, it turns out no. For this year anyway, well, this is the way it turned out on the trial we did. The 10s were maybe 2 bushels better than the 30s, and they owed me about a bushel in seed costs, so 1 bushel, kind of hard to do much there. Didn't change our weed control, like we didn't get to skip a sprayer pass or anything like that. So really, they came out pretty even overall, pretty much the same yield across the board over all of the spacings. It was the same bean in the same field. Tried to keep things as even as I could, but that is what we came up with. So for now, we're sticking with our 30-inch beans.